Good morning, everyone, and happy, what is it, Wednesday. I'm going to do a quick video today, just so I can get into the room. I had a haircut today, and the barber is an excellent barber, but sometimes he takes a little bit. So it took me about 90 minutes to get through that today. So let's just get this going. I'm going to come join you in the room. So, macro chart, what happened here? Pretty clear. What we were talking about yesterday, we ran into that first real supply level right about there, and we got rejected from it. Now, what's interesting um, that I noticed is we actually built a lot of volume around that area, and you can see here this is a POC for the year. That POC for the year has shifted down to that 3,800 area. That's this line right here. It shifted down to that 3,800 area, and the value area low for the year has also extended lower. So what's going on right now, remember the volume profile rules, is once we accept into value, which is now near, let's say, 3650-ish, once we accept into value, we go and test the POC, and if we test the POC, we like to maybe go explore a little higher. And what you can see is, you know, I just wanted to zoom out and make sure that was correct. Okay, so what you can see is we're getting rejected there. That's our main supply zone. No surprise. So I think that yesterday's high is going to be super important moving forward. You can see we've recharged the RSI a little bit. Volume is really I'm not seeing much in the way of volume recently. So relative volume is still kind of not really anemic so much, but it's definitely on the trending down, as you can see by that pretty orange line. So the main takeaways on this macro chart, you can see the POC for the year shifted down to this 3,800 area. We could use yesterday's high as a really important level to see. Obviously for false breaks, if we do pop above it and then fall from there. But if we start to build time and volume above it, I think that's when we start to explore back into that 4,000 handle and probably end somewhere around between 4050 and 4100 for another good sell leg, I would think. So that's the macro chart. One more thing, just kind of remember this box here. It's from 3590 to about the 3700 area. That's going to be the demand zone, and if we do get a sustained move, I think that it's that remember that weekly SMA is going to be our major reference point. So immediate demand zone is, let's say, 35, let's say 3600 to 3700, and then anywhere in there, and especially if we start to get in the lower edge of it, I think it might present a good buying opportunity. So that's a macro chart. Moving on to intraday here. So intraday, the key things are watching as this profile develops. We're kind of getting that B-shaped distribution. So the single, if we do kind of make a sustained run here and move back up into it, I think that is kind of the edge of my sell zone today on the short side. We do have 100% net short overnight inventory, so keep that in mind. They haven't tried to unwind it yet, but if they do, there is fuel there. As I posted in the Discord chat a few minutes ago, there's a ledge here at 3740, and you can't really see it in this profile, so I'm going to switch back to the other chart real quick. We're going to look at this, and let's look at the hourly, if I can get that up here. So if you look at the hourly, when I say ledge, let's zoom in a little bit here, this. So you have the distribution that kind of ends near where the low is today. And if we do get through that, I think it's pretty clear sailing down to the support zone here. And I'm really hoping to see that because I think that provides a really nice intraday buying opportunity. So that's what I'm talking about when I say the ledge there. So I'm going to go back to our other screen. So again, we got this B-shaped distribution forming. As I'm talking here, they're kind of trying to hold above this POC. So again, I think the pivot for today of that area, and I'm going to talk in SPX terms, is going to be so for that TPO specifically, about 3750, and then the pivot for the day itself, I think, is up here around 3770 on SPX. We can start to make a new higher high in the session. Again, we have that open test drive, which is on the bear side today. So once we get through that, it's going to be a potential pretty decent bull move because of that overnight inventory. Besides that, we have a breakout box, a breakdown box today, excuse me. and you can just see where that begins. I'm thinking about 3760-ish on SPX, and what I did for you, I encourage you to look at that routine warm-up document. I'm going to when I engage with these trades, I'm really looking at zones, and so I put those zones on the chart. I'm looking for trades from 3700 to 3720. On the downside, I'm really hoping we get that. I think it's a really good opportunity today. And then the upside, 3760 to 3790. It's a little wider. Um, so it's I think a little more comfortable on the upside. I will take it. I think it's good to take. But if we start to make a move above yesterday's high and build time and volume out, that's going to be a no-go. So SPX terms, remember everything's SPX on that document. So I encourage you to check that out. And then just one more thing, we're watching VIX. Remember, this is the breakout channel, consolidated around it after pushing down yesterday. So obviously this is the overnight move, and it consolidated and it popped right back up. So we just want to watch going forward how it behaves with this channel. If we start to break it, obviously I'll update you. I think, as I said yesterday, this level here, and if we let's look at actual numbers, 27 area. If we start to really break that, that's when I think we're going to conquer that prior day high, yesterday's high, and potentially move toward that 4100 area. But as long as we can hold above it, bears are in control. They get back above this downward trend line, we may actually look for a slight test of maybe that 3600 handle again, and they get above this, we may have a test of the lows. So that's our vantage points. I'm going to come join you in the Zoom and talk to you in a second. Thanks for watching, and stay classy.